AGYAPONG has pulled out.
Yes.
And that also, you say, lends credence to your position?
Yes, it's altered, and we can see consistently that when Nana Addo Akufo took as a flag bearer of the party, they hunted out or ostracized the decent thinking people who follow the ideology of the party. That's not what we are seeing today. Listen, for me, in this matter, the past government was not ready to deal with the thuggery, deal with people, this machoism within our politics. Now that they have been identified as macho men belonging to the former flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Baumia, I think that it is time for the ruling government and the agencies, the investigative agencies, to go into the matter and hold them responsible. How can you have gun when you are going for, even you say thank you, Tom, you are going to thank somebody for what he's done for you, and you have a gun, you have a machete. If you don't have wicked intentions, why will you go with gun? If you knew that you were going for war, you were going that something would happen, you are threatened, and you have that, it is understandable. But you want to make peace with people, apologize to them. We didn't treat you well. We broke promises. So for me, in this matter, we should decisively deal with the matter. When we deal with these machos that have been identified, the person who stabbed, I'm telling you, none of them. And we deal with them decisively by the law.
You and who?
Oh, it is the...
You mean the organs of state?
Organs of state. Should identify.
So the police should quickly come in?
But when they don't, they handle it as if oh, it's a political thing. It's tainted by politics. They can't do it. Please, Mr. President, the agencies, IGP, if anybody is complicit in this matter and any commander who will not do their job, they should be queried.
All right.
We should instill in it. Then for once, people should know that, yes. Now let me come to the GBA.
Yeah, do you think the GBA is at war with the president based on the decisions and the communique from the media conference? Did you even attend the conference in the first place?
No.
Answer these.
I'm a strong member of good standing of the GBA, but I disagree with what they have done. You see, what they have done exposes them. Every time they take some steps, I don't know why they don't sit to reflect, sober reflection. Listen, we had been in this country when GBA said, when Justice Pwama, Akamba, and Professor Mensah Bonsu and the rest were to be considered, GBA said that Judicial Council has gotten the names in a first, second, third, and the president must appoint them as how they advised. That's what the GBA, they arrogated to themselves. And they went to court. When they went to court, the court told them, hey, you don't have that power to arrogate. When you say it's an advice, the president is not bound by your advice. They didn't learn that lesson. They have arrogated to themselves today again and says that the president should revoke, right? Because when the president was following the procedure, which has already been determined, right? You said UGBA says no, it is wrong, so he should revoke it. So if the Constitution has given power to the president and he's following that dictate and he's done it, they have never come to tell us that the president has not been fair, the president has not been candid, he's not followed the procedure. They've not told us what the president has breached. Now they're advising the president to do something is unconstitutional and come back and say, Mr. President, you did this thing wrong, A, B, C, D. Or they think the president does not have people who advise him, legal experts, counsel the attorney general, or the GBA thinks that they are the only one who has the law in their bosom. Please, GBA, don't arrogate yourself to such. Listen, you can make an advice. Listen, how can GBA tell the acting Chief Justice, who is the acting head, administrative head of judiciary, and says that if he has given a directive, a practice, that look, for all things that the law has given me, imposed on me to empanel and give cases, where allocate cases, GBA is saying that use technology. You don't have that power. You should reverse it. You know, when you listen to this, sometimes I think it's an act of lawlessness. an act.
From the GBA?
Yes, yes. This is officials. You see, sometimes you don't have that power. Yes, you don't have that power. And you want to pretend you have that power. Listen, in all this, I think that you can't tell the acting head of that when he's doing his administrative job, how he should perform his administrative job. If you think that the way he has done his administrative job is unconstitutional or is against the law, that what he's doing, take it and say that, look, we think this is wrong. We are filing a case against this that, please, acting Chief Justice, you have done this wrong. Or we will have a meeting with the acting Chief Justice. We say, look, we think this that contradicts this provision will not allow you to do. They have never said that he has breached any provision.
That is the president.
Yes, the president. And even the acting Chief Justice, they've never said his administrative duties, he cannot instruct and says that all registers, if there is a new case, Chief Justice cannot even transfer. Then those that who are no more the registrars and the transfer that has been done, they should go and reverse it. GBA should go and reverse it. He doesn't have that power.
What are you saying? That if they have any grievance, they should go to court?
Definitely, or go and meet the acting Chief Justice and say that we think that this one, it doesn't go well. It will violate this law, it will violate this provision or this administrative practices. But you don't come and say that use technology. So are they telling us that technology was not being used from the days back? Technology was not being used. You know, for 8 years, apart from a champion, the former president of GBA, in his last day speech, he talked about Galamsey. Ever hear GBA speak on Galamsey? Is it not the same GBA who says that it got to a point that we will not talk about political issues? They are losing credibility. And this is why the young ones are not even interested in the bar. Look, the only reason why people are interested in the bar, and they should listen carefully, is that administratively, the General Legal Council has put paying license, your solicitor's fee, and the dues together. So if you don't pay the dues for GBA, you won't get you have to pay the two together. If that was not the case, they would have seen the number of people who attend their programs, the number of people who will come. Listen, instead of looking at it and say, how do we, the image, the credibility we had, that when we speak as the voice of conscience, as the voice that lead, the leading voice in democracy, we are losing it. How do we repair that, our image? I think they've gotten it wrong.
How do they get it wrong, lawyer Victor Adamu?
Listen,
when they say that in the president, John Dramani Mahama, or even as the office, and he as the person exercising that power as the president, in relation or in tandem with Article 296, perhaps he should have been doing that with a constitutional instrument in place. That's what they're saying. So, I mean, get it passed by Parliament. So and then subsequently, then
get it passed by Parliament.
You think that is wrong?
Wait. I'm not saying so. If you want the interpretation of Article 296 C, if you want that should be done. Why is it that since the days of AGYAPONG 2005, that this provision and 146, yes, 146 was done. You never saw it, GBA, that this should be what should be done. And you have not said anything today. When that has been pronounced on 146, that this is the procedure that you follow, and it has been followed consistently. This is not the first time. So why is it that when the issue came for this Chief Justice, during the twilight of the Akufo-Addo administration, and Professor Azar's petition was thrown out, right? Did they provide any constitutional instrument? You see?
Because the president also made a decision that was discretionary.
Exactly.
Coming from the Council of State and then issuing
Professor Mills made the same thing, right? President Mahama made the same thing, even until when Maria Loretta was also taken off. We did not have this. So if you want to test this, don't arrogate to yourself that that is the law. go to court for its interpretation.
They should go to court?
And that is when they went to court to interpret that their advice is sacrosanct. They were disappointed. So all I'm saying is that GBA, please take steps, look at it, and see whether our credibility and once we speak is in tatters, that people do not take us serious as it used to be. And what is changing? They should listen to, you see, as leaders, they should listen to the wind, uncommunicated feelings of the members. What do they do for the members? We don't even have insurance. They promise they will give us insurance till date. It has never. They take our dues. Nothing has been done. They will tell you see, there are a lot of litany of the GBA. They are only interested
I don't understand. You're saying the leadership of the GBA, and especially the individuals who went there to form a quorum for this decision to be made, following which we had a communique issued, are not in tune with the membership position and opinion as to what they feel as to whether they're good or not.
I can tell you,
at the leadership.
If you do a poll now for the lawyers to come, you would see those for and against.
I see.
And I'm telling you that, listen, the number, they should realize that the young ones growing, they are looking for their welfare.
I see.
They are looking for things that GBA would do for them. It's not that when political issues that come that are not even political, they try to take sides. Listen, GBA, those days, people go, everybody, when they have a program, why is it that today when they are going, they don't even get about 200 people registering?
Okay. Solomon Owusu, you and I are not lawyers.
Yes.
So as a moderator, I'll just ask you, with your own public opinion comments, having followed all this through, what would you say is the relative consistency or inconsistency, not only in the position of the GBA, its leading members, but also key leading lawyers or practitioners on this very subject matter?
You know, I have a problem when anytime, and I don't know whether it's part of your legal profession. Now, even when someone is contesting for an assembly member position, the person is a lawyer, so and so, just to give
as a title.
The mere fact that someone
it is for credibility,
lawyer,
Solomon.
That's what makes the person sensible. I go to court a lot. I listen to a lot of the arguments that common sense will never lead to anybody to make sense.
Well, the lawyer says it's not only common sense.